The left-hander has kicked into life. All good fun. 7 fish. The rods have only been out for an hour. It's gone off again, so we've got another one in the net. Right then, well, welcome to another video. I am back out on the bank, and today and for the next 24 hours you join me up on Coking Farm Fisheries, a mega complex with about 7 waters in total with some really good fish to go at. Now today, and like I say, for the next 24 hours I've decided to set up on Long Lake. It is their sort of highest stock water, and seeing as it is still winter, I'm just planning on trying to get a bite or two for you lot. So yeah, that's the plan of action at least. For the first few hours I want to try and stay nice and mobile. Typically saying that, and in true winter form, as soon as I've got here it started drizzling with rain, so I'm not sure how possible that's going to be, but plan of action is stay mobile, try and locate the fish, and then sort of find an area that I want to settle in for the night. So let's get this lot out of the van, up onto the lake, and see if we can make that happen. Wow. Right, first job then. Like I say, I'm going to try and locate the fish, but hello Mr. Swan, yeah, nice to see you as well. Yeah, trying to locate these fish, but in the winter obviously I quite often use the features as a bit of sanctuary. So I'm just clipping up to this island on the right. Yeah, that's alright. Just to get the range really, so then lovely. We do have a fish. Rather than just chuck it out and try and feather it, I can know exactly I'm landing on the spot that I've already had a bite from. So yeah, that's the plan. So that's the right hand island sort of set up, and then I'm going to do the same with the left hand one over my left hand shoulder here. And yeah, just make sure I've got the ranges right. So A, we don't put one into the island, and B, if we do have a fish, we know where the spot was. So yeah, let's get it done. So yeah, it's one thing that's absolutely crucial in the winter is accuracy. You know, if you find a fish, you don't want to be getting back on the spot or here or there. You want to be bang on it. So that's why I'm using the spod rod, this little bomber 10-footer, brilliant spod rod. And yeah, making sure that I know exactly how many yards or wraps it is to that spot that I've then hopefully had a bite from. So obviously all of this might be a waste of time if I blank, but I'd rather make the effort now and know when I catch a spot. If I catch something, then I can get back on that spot. Happy days, let's get that logged in the phone. Right then, well, I was just about to give you an update to say the rods have been out for an hour or so, and other than a couple of liners, not much is happening. And then the left-hander has kicked into life, and yeah, we've managed to bag ourselves one, so happy days. Now, it might not be the biggest, but it looks like a little pretty one, so let's get the mat out and take a look. Right then, well, there we go then. Like I said, the rods have only been out for an hour, and it might not be the biggest, but it's a pretty one, so we'll take that. nice to be off the mark. And yeah, we'll get that rod back out and fingers crossed we'll have another one. This one's downfall was a little yellow PB wafter and a little mesh solid bag of the mini Cray-Mix. So yeah, nice and potent. No other freebies around it, so that's obviously a winter tactic I'm absolutely loving at the moment. All that goodness and a little pile, and they just can't resist it. So fingers crossed, after getting this one back and the rod back out, might be into another one. Right, well there we go then, fish number 2. Well, if I'm completely honest, I've got no idea if this is fish number 2 or 3, because just as I was setting the mat up, after recasting the middle rod that I had this one on, it's gone off again. So we've got another one in the net. So yeah, a little bit hectic, I won't lie. Now, I promise you there is plenty of doubles, 20s and even a few 30s swinging around in this lake. So I didn't realise there was that many this small, I won't lie. Whether there's some new stockings or it's just fish that have come through. Like I said, I haven't fished it for about 3 years, so I didn't realise there was anything this small in it, I won't lie. But fingers crossed, if we keep going at it, we might be able to get in something a little bit bigger. But I get a couple of snaps of this one, slip it back and get the other one out, which I won't lie, is a very similar size. Right, well, fish number 2/3 is currently giving a better account on the mat than it did in the fight. But yeah, I forgot to say that, should we say fish number 2, the last one I just had up for you, that one came on a pink S7 wafter and this one came on a white S7 wafter. So yeah, we've caught in all 3 different colours now, so doesn't seem to matter what's in the bag, but so long as it's got some of those mini Cray-Mix around it, the actions keep on coming. So the skies are looking pretty dark. The wind's just picked up a little bit, so you can hear me all right, but I think it's probably going to be time to get the house up before the rain comes. And yeah, that idea of staying mobile wasn't needed, because we're obviously on them, so fingers crossed it carries on, and the next one is about 4 times, 5 times the size of this. Oh well, it's all good winter action. Right then, well, bit of a late afternoon update for you then. The house is up. I'm expecting a bit of rain to come in the next couple of hours, and then quite a lot during the early hours of the morning, so that could be good fun. But yeah, currently in the process of knocking up some PVA bags because I've completely run out. So the 10 I had tied up are all gone. And yeah, 2 down at the moment. Probably going to need a few more than that, I expect, the way it's been going. But definitely want to redo all 3 rods before tonight. And then yeah, we'll see if they get redone in the night or whether we just chuck them out early morning. But yeah, fingers crossed we can pick up something a little bit bigger. That would be nice. But I'm going to knock out a few more of these, and then yeah, I'll come back to you later on. Right then, well, I've just had fish number 4 halfway through tying up a couple of solid bags, and yeah, I've still got absolutely loads to do. So rather than getting this one out, it's another lovely little scaly one, but yeah, still pretty small, so I'm going to just slip it straight back. Thank you very much for your time. On to the next one. Right then, well, this is the 3rd rod to go back out for the evening. I won't lie, the left one fell a bit short, but the middle one's bang on, so hopefully that should be good to go. But yeah, it looks quite light on the camera, but the light levels are definitely dimming now, and probably got about another half an hour of light, so I've probably managed to do this just in time. So fingers crossed this one goes out perfectly, and then we'll be all set for the night. Oh yes. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I'm more than happy with that. Just sink the line. So I'm fishing up to some sort of reeds on the island, so I'm setting the clutch pretty tight, even for the evening. There's plenty of give in the rod tip. Set the clutch so, you know, if we get hold of one of the massive catfish that's in here, all the 30-pounders or that are swimming around in there will still be able to give it enough line, or enough drag, should we say, to take line. But yeah, I don't want any of these small fish being able to plough straight into the reed, so they can kite on a tight clutch into open water. That's the plan, at least. Lovely. And I ain't gonna lie, I am very much looking forward to a cup of tea, because I ain't had one all day, and that ain't right. You can cut it there, Shaun. Right then, bit of an evening update for you then. So the lights are definitely well and truly out now. About 45 minutes ago it was still light. Good old winter fishing, isn't it? Before you know it, it's pitch black. But and with that in tow is the sort of liners, and the bites have dried up as well, which wasn't a bad thing, because I was, you know, frantically flapping, had stuff everywhere in here, and needed to tie up some rigs, so that was not a bad thing. But yeah, like I say, even the liners have stopped, which might mean that the hours of darkness are going to be actually quite quiet, and maybe it'll kick off again in the morning, who knows. But fingers crossed, during the hours of darkness we can pick in something a little bit bigger. That'd be nice. But as I keep saying, I'm not a big fish angler. I go fishing in the winter to get a bite and have fun, so that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. So yeah, fingers crossed we can catch something more. I'm going to get some food on the go because I'm absolutely starving. As usual, I've eaten nothing all day other than that little lamb sandwich. So yeah, time to get some grub on and fill the belly. So if I don't see you tonight with a carp, I will see you in the morning, probably with a brew in hand. Right then, well there we go, fish number 5. It's about 4:30 in the morning, left hand rod's gone off once again. So yeah, at least we got one in the night. Not sure whether I'm going to get the rod back out now or just wait until first light, because the wind and rain has picked up. At the moment I've got a little dry spell, luckily, but yeah, the wind is absolutely hacking through, so probably going to wait until first light when hopefully I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. But yeah, fish number 5, might be a scraper double, definitely apple single, so slightly better than some of the stamp we've had. But yeah, nice to get another one, slip it back, and I'll probably see you in the morning. Right then, well I know I've mentioned using solid bags on this session, but I thought I haven't really spoken in depth about what I've got in them and how I'm setting them up. So I've got a big loop on my main line, which makes it nice and easy when sort of trying to take off old rigs and then sticking on new solid bags. So yeah, big loop just means that I can put it through the Gemini tidy stem that I'm using. I really like them because they offer like a bit of flexibility in the stem, but obviously also a little bit of rigidity to help with the flight. So yeah, so I can just loop to loop that on. So inside the bag then I've got a 3-ounce inline lead. That goes down to a 3.5 inch of supple braid, a size 4 barbless hooks as per fishery rules. And then on the end of this one I've got a Fruitalicious wafter from DNA, which is an orange one. To be fair, I've had caught on white, pink and yellow, so it hasn't mattered too much on this session what colour hook bait it is. I just think so long as it's nice and visual, it's obviously the first thing they see within that solid bag. And then obviously adding that attraction, I've got the mini cray mix, which is absolutely potent and a mega solid bag mix if you're after something. So yeah, check that out for sure. It's yeah, full of attraction, plenty of scent in the water. And up here at Coking Farm, a lot of the lakes are quite murky water, so I think having that, you know, scent as well as the visual hook bait is what's hopefully going to carry on doing the bites. We have in fact got one sulking in the cells, so we're going to flip this rod back out, get that one out, and then we need to redo the other 2 rods as well, because they've yeah, they've been sitting there all night motionless. So let's do it. Right then, well, fish number 7 and the second one in this morning. We may have to transition over the footage of the 6th, the first one this morning, as I've just listened back to the wind noise, and yeah, it's pretty horrendous on the microphone. So I'm sure Shaun's doing some magic right now and transition it over the top. But yeah, fish number 7, another little scaly one. Once again quite small unfortunately, but all good fun. 7 fish in what, we're on about sort of 16-17 hours so far, so happy days. Typically the sun's just come out, so it's probably horrendously overexposed, but what can you do? Right, slip it back, see if it's time for one more. I've only got about an hour or so left. I need to get off home, so yeah, an hour or so left. Maybe it's time for one more, or maybe this will be the last one. Right then, well, bit of a mid-morning update then, and yeah, this morning's carried on like yesterday afternoon, a bit carnage, and that seems to sort of be the theme of the session really. So I apologise if this session and the way it's filmed seems a bit all over the place. It does feel like that a bit to me, I won't lie. So hopefully it's piecing together all right. We obviously had that one at 4:30 in the morning, yeah, another little scaly one. So hoisted that one up for you just so you could see we'd had one in the night. And then yeah, we had some biblical rain, 35-mile-an-hour winds, and yeah, it was a little bit hold on to your bivvy and hope for the best. But I must admit, this first outing with this new bivvy, the Inspire 1-man, and yeah, it's absolutely mega bit of kit, real nice thick material, which is brilliant in that sort of condition. So yeah, if you're in the market for a new bivvy or brolly, I'd definitely recommend the Inspire 1-man. Anyway, back to the fishing. So yeah, we got the rods back out as soon as the rain stopped. We had 2 straight away, and yeah, we're pretty much down to 1 rod again. I've got one, that's my last solid bag that's just gone back out, and so I think we're going to be fishing with 1 rod for about the last hour before I need to get off home. So I do apologise if this, like I say, this session's been a little bit sort of jumping, jarting all over the place. I'm trying my best, but I need to go get some transitional stuff, so try and put in some of this footage, and yeah, then I'll come back to you before I go. Enjoy this coffee to finish with, much needed. Right then, well there we go, fish number 8, and definitely the last one of this session, as it was my last rod I had out. Well into pack up time now, so it's time to get off home. But yeah, thanks for watching, as always, supporting the channel. Make sure you hit subscribe and the like button. Comment down below if you've got any questions on tactics I've used in this session, and yeah, make sure you go and follow us on all the social media platforms showing down below. Until next time, from me and this little lively one, get out on the bank and be lucky.